going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chunky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
It always takes me a while to jump on. Oh, and my entire green screen. I should have looked at that before I jumped in. What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. Hope you guys all had a great weekend. Hope you guys are all awesome. I've got a special guest tonight. She's waiting to be introduced. You guys want to meet her or just want to lead her backstage? Yeah, let's meet her. Jen.
Hey, Colin. How's it going?
How are you? It's going great. How are you doing tonight?
I am so excited to have people to talk court with in person. This is going to be amazing.
Well, it is going to be amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for the interview yesterday. That was a lot of fun.
You're welcome. It was a blast.
It was. Everybody, this is Jen. This is Jen from Fabulous Over 50. She is the Jen that interviewed Judge Boyd a few weeks ago. I just posted the part 1 of the interview from yesterday on the community tab. I also have a link to the Judge Boyd interview in the description, also a link to her channel. Go check her out. She does awesome stuff. Okay. That being said, Jen, tell us a little bit about yourself. What got you into Star Wars? You asked me this yesterday. I can ask you this now. So you interviewed Judge Boyd. How did that go? Did you just, hey, I want to interview someone and just decided to interview?
I decided to go big or go home. Yeah. And I thought, you know what? Who is my, she's my favorite. I can say it because, I just love her so much. And I reached out and she jumped on it. And within a week, we had our interview done. It was amazing. And she is just as incredible in person as she is on the bench. She really is. She's absolutely fabulous.
That is awesome. That is awesome. What else? I saw on your channel that you've also interviewed an attorney. What is your plan? Do you want to keep interviewing judges and attorneys? Is that what you want to do?
The attorney I had actually interviewed a year ago, so I changed over to February Over 50 about a year and a half ago, because I used to do something else, which was helping chronically ill moms, which was not at all as much fun. But I'm really enjoying court. I'm enjoying it a lot. And so there may be some kind of pivot. So I'm doing a season on the American justice system, just kind of see how my audience likes it, see where we go. And I'm doing shower thoughts, and they have taken off like crazy. And so I just did 200 of them today. And those are a lot of fun. But as far as main content, it may lean towards court. I'm not quite sure where we're going. But interviewing Judge Boyd was amazing.
Yeah, that's. I was jealous when I saw that video. I'm like, good for her, but I'm jealous. I'm allowed to be jealous. It was a good interview. I enjoyed watching it.
You should reach out. She'd come on your show. She'd be awesome.
Yeah, I will. But as I told you backstage, I'll wait a few weeks because I don't want to step on your toes because right now it's your thing, and I don't want to take away from your viewership for people that are still watching. You do it, so I'll wait a few weeks.
I so appreciate that because it's been really nice.
Well, good. All right. Before we get started, I do have a special shout out, Michelle, one of the best moms on the planet. It is her birthday today. Michelle, happy birthday. Hope you're having the best day ever. And congratulations on another revolution around the sun. This is awesome. But happy birthday, Michelle. Okay. You want to watch some court? You want to see, on this side of the law tube, how we do it?
Yes. This is so exciting. I can't even tell you.
All right. Now, every time I have a guest on, it always takes me a couple seconds to figure out how to bring the video up and have both of us on screen. So bear with me here. We do it that way. And then we do it that way. Boom. I'm getting better every time I do it. All right. Oh, I got to say this real quick. Before I hit this play button, you already know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go. That's a question I was waiting for. I was waiting for the why do you say jump kick backflips? Because that's a fun story as well, but for another time.
Thank you, Your Honor. And Your Honor, that we do have a updated offer for Mr. Lovejoy.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, come on, Mr. Lovejoy.
Yeah,
Stand up here, please.
I heard, I'm hearing
Stand,
that.
Mr. Lovejoy, come on, stand up here, all right? You want to talk too, don't you? You like Mr. Green.
Kinda.
Mr. Green, I have to pick with you before you leave, Mr. Green. If you're welcome to stay, if you choose to. Have a good day.
Okay,
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Lovejoy. Oh,
thank you.
you want to listen to your lawyer or you want to talk?
Both.
He said both.
Which
Yeah.
one
I
do you
think-
want to do?
Right now, listen to me, sir.
Lawyer first.
All right, there.
I heard okay, first of all, the deal you gave
You
me.
didn't even listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
You didn't even do what he said he was gonna do.
I'm listening.
Okay, hold tight, Mr. Lovejoy. Your Honor, there's a
Yes.
slight change in his offer, and it only pertains to the civil infraction. The civil infraction will now be amended to limit to access speeding 1 to 5 over, which is 0 points. But the other two misdemeanors, the plea offers remain the same.
0 point limited access.
And thank you,
Mr.
Ms.
Lovejoy,
Mason.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, Ali, I've done that before. Everyone told me never to do it. I get on stream. So then I did it in Discord after that, and everyone told me never to do that again either. So, everyone has spoken. So no more singing. There's no more singing coming out of my mouth. Do not worry, Ali. And yes, I probably would get copyright written or a strike for that, for singing that. But with my voice, my beautiful voice, he probably won't even know what I'm singing. So we might get away with it.
Actually, I'm a t-shirt designer in Detroit, one of the largest designers now, and retired from Chrysler Corporation.
You know my brother, t-shirt designer?
Yeah, I know Todd.
No, you know my brother Christian.
He probably been to my shop because I deal with everybody on 7
No,
Mile.
he's not.
Yeah, Didi, I think was it you that made that comment the other day on the video? I changed the plans. It's something that I'll talk about that in between the videos, but I'm gonna let this video play. But thank you so much. I think it was you because your profile picture. I think it's the same one. But yeah, no, I changed the plans. We're no longer going Thursday. We're actually going on Wednesday instead. But I'll explain that here shortly.
In your shop.
If you was off the records, bet you money he been to my shop.
So, all right. So you want to take the updated offer, limited access 1 to 5. That's 0 points instead of the 1 point. $125, $240 for the failure to display, and $240 as charged for the false ID. I'm going to dismiss that upon payment. You want to take the deal?
Yes, but can I make a statement?
Or can I?
I'm trying- I
You
do
gotta
want
get
the
a
deal.
chance to speak.
I want the deal, but I'm trying
You
to.
gotta get a chance to speak.
Yes, Your
Can
Honor.
we do it? Can we do it my way so we can get out of here quicker?
Would that be your husband?
That would be my husband. Hey, Dave, how's it going?
I was going to call him David. I'll be formal. Thank you, David. Yeah, I actually meant to say this. Can every couple of minutes, can my mods post her link so we get some traffic over to her channel? I would appreciate that. Thank you so much, mods.
I would too. Thanks, Colin.
I'm the only one that can pin. Heather, you can't pin, can you? Okay, I'll pin it. I will pin it. All right, I'll jump over. You know, I can do it on my phone. Okay.
We'll do it your way.
Don't you want to get out in the sunshine?
Heck yeah, 75 degrees.
All right then. I want to get out there too. Did we swear him in, Miss Mason? I mean, Miss Bradfield?
I don't believe
Yes.
so. We did.
No. I think let's do it over the part where he got disconnected. I can't remember where he was at, where we were at.
Oh, yeah, we're at Livernois in Grand River in the city of Detroit, and you got pulled over operating a motor vehicle, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
On July the 18th, 2023, at around 11:17 p.m., right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you Well, the officer asked you to produce a valid driver's license, did he not?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you couldn't do so, could you?
No, I gave my son's driver's license,
Oh,
and he knew my son.
oh. I've always known corporal, but I don't know why. I always known him to be a very fair man. And that's what's going on.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
What else do you want to say?
I wanted to talk to Ms. Bradford. I'm working on trying with Attorney Edward Hill, which he knows you too. He's working on getting my license done. I don't need any points. I've been doing it since the COVID, 14 years, almost since 2014. And I'm that close to getting it back. They gave it to me, but then the COVID came and the thing in my car broke, the thing you blow on. So
It broke.
it broke and I had to get it restored. I got paper.
Hey, it's going back, you know, that's going to back us up. Don't
I know, I understand.
It's not,
That
I
hurts
hand
me.
out the offers and
hurts
all I do is just, you want to take the deal. You spoke to Ms. Brad.
I did.
And I gave you your opportunity, right?
You did, but the phone cut off.
But you got the opportunity to have a full conversation with Ms. Bradfield.
I did, Your Honor.
And there's nothing else that you guys came to this resolution. And I know Ms. Bradfield, I would say that she's probably one of the most thorough attorneys that there is in the state of Michigan.
She did a great job.
I've never seen her do anything less.
Thank you both.
So it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
I understand, Your Honor. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Okay. Trying to get my life straightened back out. I'm 75 years old. I only got a few more years left.
Well, you don't know. Well, I guess we kind of know in a sense that we probably not gonna live to 150 now.
That part.
Right.
Okay.
But you said a few, that's like 3.
No.
4.
I got 30 more years left, Your Honor.
30, okay, good. All right.
I'll be 105.
There we go. Claim it. All right.
Claim it. That's right, claim it.
So you've already indicated that you didn't have a license.
Yes,
You gave Corporal Hill your son's license.
yes, I did.
And your son's probably at least 30 or 40 years younger than you, isn't he?
48.
48. You don't look.
All right. Got to pause it every once in a while to talk. So do you know what's going on, Jen? This guy got pulled over, didn't have a license, gave his son's name to the officer. The officer knew who his son was.
Isn't he getting a sweet deal? Why is he arguing?
I don't think he's arguing. I think he wants to say his side of it. Sometimes you will get a defendant that just doesn't stop talking. And this is one of those guys that likes telling his story.
I feel like if I gave
he likes to talk.
If I gave him somebody else's ID, I'd be in a lot more trouble, right? It's wild.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to clear up all the tickets now, so he's in front of the right judge to do it. Judge Perkins is awesome. He won't, like, he's having fun with the guy. And he's 75. Yeah. He's there in person. So generally you'll see the defendant on screen. But Judge Perkins, his camera setups don't do that. He just the only in-person camera he has is on screen. Is what he has right now. Generally, he does 99% of his stuff on Zoom. So generally, you're not in person. That's why we can't see this guy. Okay. But yeah. But this is a good clip to start with because it's kind of funny and yeah.
Nothing like your son anymore, do you?
I look just like him. Except for Officer Hill. No, it wasn't him. He looked just like me.
Officer Hill saw that 1975 on that license. He knew exactly that wasn't.
He said, Your Honor, this is Mario. That's my buddy. He got right on the phone and started calling him.
Can I speak to Ms. Mason in the forum?
And did you make a left turn when you weren't supposed to?
That wasn't a left right turn.
I'm not going to find him responsible for the left right turn. I mean, it's just too much.
He said no turn on red, Your Honor. It was a right turn.
And you did? And you did?
Yes.
Turn?
I did.
All right. All right, any objection to dropping the limited access?
No objection, Your Honor.
No, Your
I'm
Honor.
sure any objection.
Not at all.
No, Your Honor. I'll agree, no objections.
See, I told you he's fair, man. All right, find him guilty. I'm gonna dismiss upon payment on the false ID. I mean, that's the worst thing you can do. And when can you pay the 240? I mean, the 480, I'm sorry.
I got 150 on me right now, but I can only pay 100. I need something in my pocket.
You better go sell some more t-shirts.
I will today. The NAACP coming. I mean,
All right,
what you call that? Draft.
okay, yeah. So, when can you make the full?
The NAACP's coming. Wait a second. What do you call that? The draft. Yeah. The NFL draft is coming to Detroit. It's actually this week, which is why this is actually a good segue. I was planning on visiting the Michigan courthouses on Thursday and starting to Detroit, but Detroit's going to be closed down for the NFL draft. So I'm moving it to Wednesday. That's my big announcement. I'm doing it Wednesday instead of Thursday. I still have to confirm the plans. I'm hoping it works because I can't do it Friday because it's still going to be closed down. So hopefully we can move it a day early. If not, we're going to have to push it to next week, which I don't want to do. So hopefully we're going to be doing it Wednesday. I mean, that's the announcement. Okay, let's go. Do you have any questions while I have it paused?
No, I'm just really enjoying this. This guy is hysterical.
The judge or the defendant? Well,
The defendant. Yeah, I'll accept that. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
You say if I pay, you want to pay it all at once, 240?
I want it's 480. I'm sorry.
Oh, shit.
If I made that
Give me a 30-day thing on that one. I just pay it all.
9/2024, I'm gonna waive the warrant fee, save you another $100, all right?
Yes, sir. I mean, yes, Your Honor.
All right. If there's nothing further, come back on 5/9 for me, either in person or on Zoom, make sure it's paid.
No, I didn't want to pause it again until after the video or after this clip was finished, but no, they're not closing courts. They're not doing it in person. Everything is going to be Zoom on Thursday and Friday. They're not closing down, but I can't go visit the courthouse when it's closed to in person because with so many people in the city. And I've been in Detroit before. Where they're having the draft is not really right next to the courthouse, but with all the people going to be there, they probably don't want the extra traffic for the court. So, I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Okay, if I pay it, I still got to come back.
No.
36 District Court, 480.
480. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Where's the shop?
7 Mile Evergreen,
7 Mile Evergreen.
53 years, same location,
53 years. That's some good
since
business.
1971.
That's some good business.
Excellent.
All right.
It's just too many bills, that's all.
As always, everybody has it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Have a good, best of luck to you.
Yes.
All right.
Yet another reason why I'm going to go on Wednesday instead of Thursday. Wow.
That's nuts.
Yeah, when I went there, I went to renew my passport about a year ago now. And there was a convention going on in the convention center, and the federal building there to renew the passport was kind of close to the convention area, close enough to walk to where I parked. And they were trying to charge me $100 to park, and I just drove like 2 blocks away, and it was I think it was $10. It's like, no, I'm not paying I'm not paying $100. And it's one of those you had to pull into before they would tell you the price. There wasn't a sign, so I pulled in, and like, it's $100 to park here, and I'm just like, nope. He's like, I don't blame you. Exit's over there. I'm like, all right, see ya.
That's crazy. It's like a restaurant, right? If you have to ask how much it is, yeah, you can't afford it. I don't know. That's
Yeah, exactly.
$2. So that's nuts.
Yeah, it was $100. They had like 3 spots left, so maybe they were trying to spin me a little bit. I don't know, but when he said that, I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. All right, while I in between clips, Detective Rachel, thank you for the $2 super sticker. I appreciate it. Rachel, I hope you're having a great evening. And Jedi with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Jedi, and welcome to all the new members. Members Monday will be tomorrow. Weeks fly by. So Members Monday tomorrow night. All right, before we go on to the next clip, now I like to balance it where we have funny, then we have serious. You know, we'll have a couple funny, we'll have a couple serious. So I don't remember what the next one is. Not gonna lie to you, but it's probably gonna be serious. Are you good? You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's see.
Okay, this is landlord-tenant. This isn't too serious. It's still kind of fun.
Correct.
Okay, this is for non-payment of rent.
It's for,
All right, that deserves a pause. Mark, 20 gifted subs. That is crazy. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate that so much. Very generous of you. Thank you. And welcome to all the 20 new subscribers. Thank you so much. That is great. I appreciate it. I don't know what else to say.
I'll say
besides
something.
thank
You've
you.
got some amazing members. You really do. I love it.
I do. Oh, this is okay. So this is Heather. This is my girlfriend, my beautiful, wonderful girlfriend. Has a question. Jen, who would you absolutely love to interview? That is a good question.
That is a good question. My next person that we're trying to get right now is Judge Simpson. And then I also want to get, is it DeSanto? No, I'm judging how I'm saying it. But ever since whatever happened that got her off YouTube, I don't know, that's kind of hard. So those are the two that I'm trying to get next. But Simpson, yeah, I just love him so much.
Yeah.
He's kind of a little
Simpson,
firecracker.
He is a little firecracker. No, that's great. I hope you get him. I will tell you, I've tried. I think I told you this before.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
hopefully you get him. Hopefully you get him.
We'll see.
I will watch that. I will watch that, and I might actually, fly down to where you are and crash your interview so I can ask.
There you go. We can interview him together. That would
Yeah,
be so much fun.
yeah.
And then we could set it as a premiere. We'd all watch it together. That would be really
There
cool.
we go.
All
There
right.
we go. All right.
Plan.
Who's that new judge? Okay. So we have this running joke, and this started a couple months ago, where one of my friendly trolls, I call him a friendly troll just because he likes to just be a smartass, and he said, "Who was this judge? Is this a new judge?" And it was Judge Simpson. And I'm like, "Who? Judge Sampson? Oh yeah, Judge Sampson's new. I have never seen him before. Just playing around." My comment section blew up. Like, this isn't a new judge. Why are you saying he's new? He's not new. He's been around for. I'm like, oh my gosh. Some people just don't get sarcasm. So
Yeah.
the running joke is whenever Judge Simpson comes up is, oh, this must be that new judge, Judge Simpson.
I love it.
So it's funny. All right. Let's watch this landlord-tenant case.
Non-payment of rent?
but
Okay.
there's reasons for that.
Okay, and I was gonna say, you believe that you have a lawful defense to why you withheld your rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you have your evidence today?
I have some here for you.
Okay, when's the last time they paid rent? I'm asking him a question, not you.
They've never paid it.
Okay, when did they move into the property?
They moved in the property November 1st.
November 1st? I'm talking to him. They moved in when?
They moved, well, we had an agreement that they would,
Just a little background. This is Judge Simmons. This is Lansing, Michigan, I believe. I think that's right. She's kind of on the same lines with Judge Simpson, where she has that really up and down. She will snap at you in a heartbeat, but she'll also laugh with you at the same time. So I love watching her. Just a little background. I don't know if you've seen her before.
I've never seen her. No, this is cool.
Yeah, but chat, this is Lansing, Michigan, right? Someone will let me know.
because they didn't have any money.
I just want the answer to my question. They moved in when?
They moved in on, I have it on November the 1st.
November 1st? And how much was their rent supposed to be?
Okay, the rent was supposed to be $850 a month, but I wasn't gonna, can I add something?
Okay, they were supposed to pay that beginning November 1st or when?
Beginning of January 1st.
Beginning January 1st. So they moved in November 1st. There was no obligation for them to pay rent for November or December.
All right, this is the last time I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna let it play a little bit. There's I think 3 or 4 of you asked what happened to Judge Santo. YouTube removed her channel. She didn't do it. She didn't want to do it. YouTube removed her channel. she had multiple infractions to the YouTube terms of service by allowing people onto her Zoom, which then would be on YouTube, doing, let's just say, not YouTube friendly activities. It's the best way I'm going to say it. Not going to put in details what they did, but it wasn't good. It's not her fault. It's not really her fault. She shouldn't have let him up on her channel. There's ways she could have avoided that, but she runs a huge docket every day, so she's trying to go through it, and she let some people troll her and put some images on the screen that YouTube didn't like, and so YouTube removed her channel. And she hasn't come back yet, and we're I think this happened in December. I think it was in the middle of December, so we're 4 months and she hasn't come back yet. So I'm gonna guess that she probably won't. That's her story.
If you're wondering, she does not want to talk about it.
Probably not. I probably not.
December, correct?
Correct.
Okay, January 1st, okay.
And then I extended that out because they were doing improvements on the property.
Extended what out? The date that they needed to pay rent?
Yes.
When you say you extended it out, what does that mean?
That means that I gave them more time before they started to have to pay rent.
Okay, so,
I extended that out to February 1st.
and that's because they were making improvements to the property.
Correct.
Okay, so your position is that they've not paid February, March, and now April rent.
Correct. And it's all been written in the lease that I submitted.
You have a copy of your lease.
I do.
Okay. Any other? February, March, and April.
So I gave this to kind of explain.
You did present this letter. I'm not reading the letter. That's what you're here for. So if you want to testify as to your position,
Okay.
but he's going to get any paperwork from you. You must ask permission to approach the bank. So you can go
I'm
back
sorry.
there.
Okay. Need all the court documents as well, whatever you wanted to. Okay. and this is
You all can have a seat while he's presenting his evidence.
This is. That can be submitted.
Okay, I see this is a summons. You don't really need that. That should be part of the file. I don't know what he has there. This is a summons. That is a letter.
The water regulator.
Which one is your lease, sir? Okay, residential lease. We can get that one back. I see here, you did cross out February, with 30 days notice when leaving or when needed to vacate. Let's see, tenant must pay landlord as rent for entire term, a total of $10,200. $850 each month, beginning February 1st, 2024, and the first for each month thereafter.
It's a month by month, it was a month by month agreement.
Okay, if it's a month-to-month agreement, why is there an entire term amount for $10,200?
I was probably confused about it.
Okay, any additional evidence, sir?
Nope,
Okay,
and that's the agreement of what they were to fix up all the things there.
okay, thank you. Okay, and who wants to go first?
I would like to go. first.
Okay,
I don't know.
what's your name again, sir?
My name is Michael Kelly.
Michael Kelly, what is,
Hey Jen, I just wanted to let you know. I just sent you a text, but I know you turned your phone on Do Not Disturb. You said it right before the video started. When I jump off video, it's because my internet drops. My internet's not the best. I don't live in the best area with the internet, so that's what's going on. I don't want to worry you. I
Oh,
should have
no.
warned you that before I started. So,
Fine.
hey, everybody, this is me, telling Jen something I should have told her before the video started.
Oh,
So,
that's no big deal.
okay.
I'll just keep it going.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish you had the ability to pause the video and then you can just pause it and start talking.
Just start talking now.
For reason as to why you don't believe you owed the rent for February, March, and April.
Well, actually, the reason being is the work that we performed for him, and the stuff that I had purchased for the home. This was before that was even signed, that Mark didn't follow up for. Now, when he found out, when the inspectors came in, and he found out that he's got to spend $10,000-$15,000 on a new roof, well, everything changed. I've got stuff that dates back before that lease.
What was your agreement?
It was till June.
But what was your agreement?
Our agreement.
You signed the lease.
Our agreement.
Did you sign a lease?
I did sign the lease.
Okay, and you signed a lease that you would pay $850 beginning February 2024?
Yes, ma'am, but that was also with the understanding that Mark was going to pay for these materials that I put into his home.
Where was that understanding in writing?
I had the
Tupac, I'm actually getting low. Oops, sorry. I thought I hit low on my discs. Those, 4,000 hours go quickly. They really do. So, when they say you have 4,000 hours of free internet, they're, it's not really 4,000 hours. So, I don't know. I think I had like probably 350,000 of those discs from when I was a kid. I'm running low. So if you guys could send me yours, that'd be great.
sales receipt right here for the
I
material.
understand you have a receipt in your hand. Where was that
It was, ma'am, it was on,
agreement in writing?
it was on a handshake, ma'am. It was a verbal agreement between us. I mean, the house was totally, had to be regutted, the whole kitchen, everything. We had to redo all the plumbing. I mean, everything was redone in the house.
Is that your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this was signed October 25th, 2023. This agreement,
October?
October 25th, 2023 is what this says. You signed
Yes.
it, the date says October 25th, is that accurate? October 25th, 2023. Okay, this says it's an addendum to the rental agreement.
I have the absolute coolest MySpace page. I redid it because I'm a programmer. I know all the coding behind it. So I did a lot of really cool things on my MySpace page. Yeah. So yeah, you weirdos are, doing whatever this tweeting is and Insta messages and, Snap my stuff, whatever that is. I'm still holding true. AOL Messenger and MySpace. I almost forgot what I was talking about. MySpace.
Old school.
That's where I live. Old school.
Because of special circumstances, namely the needs of the renters to obtain housing by November 1st and the need for the landlord to make repairs on the property so it's livable, it is agreed that Michael and Becky Kelly shall make repairs to the property until it is suitable as a rental. This is not to make upgrades and structural changes to the house, but to make repairs on existing surfaces and structures so that they are fresh and functional. These include 1/2 roof repair, shingles provided, it says $900 for shingles, and nail gun. It says I gave Mike $900 cash on September 25th, 2023. I also let him borrow my air compressor. It says there's a note here, repair was never made. Kitchen sink provided, bathroom fixture, toilet and new valve for bathroom flooring provided. Drywall repairs in the kitchen and bathroom, drywall provided, 4 sheets. It says replace door in back room, door provided. Repair ceiling in bedroom, drywall provided. Paint walls throughout, paint their equipment provided, 2 gallons of Kills. It says install carpet throughout, carpet and glue provided, replace support beam on back porch, beam provided, repair lean-to structure in backyard, wood provided. It says Mike and Becky will pay the utilities, consumer and board of water and light while the property is being repaired. It is.
No, we're just chatting. We're having fun. Jen's hanging out with us, and we just have the TV running in the background. That's all this is.
It's kind of like
You know
sitting
how it
in the
works.
family room, Yeah.
We're here for the chat, and sometimes court breaks out. I mean, that's just how it goes.
I love it.
Also, peeps. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't see anything. I don't. I just looked behind, to see if I had a receipt for it on my end, and I don't either. So I don't know what's going on, peeps. I'm sorry. But thank you. If it comes through later, I'll for sure shout you out. Jesus, you guys. Oh, you guys are awesome. This is. I feel like this is gonna be the next grilled cheese running joke.
Agreed that they may live in the house while they work on these repairs. In exchange for their labor, I will waive payment until January 1st. That's 2 months, November and December. It says or, but it probably means of 2023. Starting in January, the tenants will pay $850 rent in January and thereafter, as well as continue to pay for utilities. In addition, Michael, in lieu of a security deposit, must leave property in rentable condition when he leaves. Again, that's your signature there?
It is, ma'am.
Okay, so what about this agreement do you think that I need to now add after you have signed this on our?
That's because I'm the only person still left using it. So I get all that dial-up speed all to myself. No one else uses it anymore. So let's go.
October.
Okay, this happened before October.
Well, then it should have been in your agreement.
It should have. It
And
should have.
it was
but
not,
I didn't
so I don't
write-
want to hear about it.
I didn't write that up.
You signed it.
I
You had every right
understand
to.
that. That's
Wait.
my fault. That's my
Yeah,
mistake.
and it's definitely your mistake, because when you negotiate a contract and you sign it, you have the right to put those terms in there, or else you don't sign it. So if you signed it and it's in pretty explicit detail about what was provided, what you were going to pay for, what you were not gonna pay for, what he's gonna cut off. And you could have always said, no, you didn't provide, you didn't refund me for these, I got these receipts. So you can't come now after you signed an agreement in October
Well, I
20,
understand
and
that.
you're cutting me off. So
Sorry.
judgment in favor of the plaintiff for $850 for 3 months rent. You have court costs?
Do I have to write it up or?
No, I'm asking you what your court costs were. How did you serve them?
I served them through a processor,
How much was the
$65. And then there was the fee to file.
Um, 55 for filing.
I'm glad someone's actually watching the court that's going on.
I feel bad for that guy though, man. He did a lot of work.
Yeah. He did. He was living for free and doing all this work. But
Get it in writing, man.
he didn't have it in writing. Yeah, he didn't have it in writing. Also, he was only supposed to live for free for, I don't remember the months. I was reading the chat.
Just 2 months, I
But
think.
from,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 months, and he went way beyond that, or not way beyond that, maybe for like 2 or 3 months more. And he's, when you say like, I'm going to do all this work in this amount of time to live for free, the landlord was buying everything for him, so he wasn't buying any of the materials. He was just supposed to fix it up, But is when you're fixing something up, you're like, oh, this should take me about 3 months, and
It always
it's like
takes
programming.
longer.
Yeah, it's like programming. Like, oh, I can do this project in 2 or 3 months, and different things come up that's going to take you a lot longer. You might get sick. Like it's really hard to estimate, project size. So he kind of wore out his welcome, even though he did all this work to it, not in writing. He might be the best guy on the planet, but the landlord just has had enough. Like, now you've been there for 6 months, you haven't paid anything. The place has, is mildly fixed up, but you haven't done everything that you said you were going to do. And so he's just out of patience on it. And I understand both sides. It's just hard, but
Yeah.
the tenant's going to get, the short end of the stick here just because it's not in writing.
You said process server. Do you know the amount it costs for you to serve?
You must be a programmer too.
660. $60.84?
Yeah, and then he got the mailing, so that's $4 extra dollars, so it's 65.
65. Possession to the plaintiff in the amount of $2,670 for the months again of February, March, and April.
I knew it exactly that was your response to what I said. I knew exactly what you were talking about.
Of past due rent, plus that includes the court costs of $120.
Mark as well. Scope creep is a real thing, and Mark is with us. Mark is with us on that. It's a real problem.
That's for service and the filing fee. You need to pay that or vacate by April 22nd. That's the writ date. If you want to negotiate a date beyond that, that's between the two of you, but that's the statutory time frame, 10-day period. Any additional matters for the record?
I know you're on.
No.
Thank you. You're all set. We'll get you a copy of this paperwork.
Thank you for your time today.
You're welcome. Mr. Whitty,
All right, so that one wasn't funny. I think I said it was going to be a funny. I don't know why I said funny, but it wasn't a serious case. It was a interesting landlord-tenant case, which is why I put it in there. What do you think? What do you think? You having fun?
She was interesting to watch. She got sassy. It's interesting.
I've got a good clip of her yelling at an attorney because he's not meeting with his clients on time, and she goes off. I keep trying to figure out where to put it in videos, so I keep putting it off. Like, all right, I got to find a good video to put this in. But she has an attorney that just pretty much like, oh, I meet with them right before court. Like, no, that's not how this works. Well, it's always worked for me, and I've been an attorney for 40 years. Like, no, that's not how we're playing this game. And she goes off on the guy. Sparkle Poots, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Welcome to all the new members. As I said earlier, Members Monday is tomorrow night. Have a lot of fun on Members Mondays. So if you are a member, check it out. Jen, you're a new member.
I am a new member. Yeah, I had to join because
it's our little private club on Monday nights. It's fun.
It's so much fun. I love this. It is amazing.
Yeah, which the chat or the court? I mean, the chat's what everyone comes for.
I think the chat behind the scenes, like watching that is so cool. I want to talk, but the people are talking, so I can't talk. But yeah, this is a lot of fun.
If at any point you want to say anything, just say pause. Just say, hey, Colin, can you please pause, and I'll pause it. You can ask your question, or if you see something in the chat that's funny, or you think of some witty remark that would be funny, and you want to say something, go ahead. Just say, hey, Colin, pause it for a second. I'll pause it.
All right, gotcha.
All right. I don't know what the next case is. I never know what the next cases are. Oh, okay. This is a court that I like to watch. Because it's in Ohio, and there's not a lot of courts on YouTube in Ohio. This one is, and the audio is terrible. I try to suffer through it. Guys, let me know if it's too bad. I know the last time I played a clip from here, it didn't actually end up being that bad. I feel like this one's worse. If it's terrible and you guys can't understand what's going on, let me know in the chat, and I'll just skip through it. It's only about 6 or 7 minutes long. It's not very long, but if it's too bad, I'm not even going to bother with it. Day Old Grits, thank you so much. Member for 2 months. That's awesome, man. Thank you. Pause or not pause? That is the question. That is always the question.
Or we can just play it on mute and we'll just talk over it and pretend like we know what they're saying. So there you go.
There we go. There we go. That's actually
like a bad lip rating kind of a thing.
Yeah. All right. But this one is good though. If you can hear the defendant tries to talk and she starts rambling nonstop, and her defense attorney actually hits his hand on the table and says, or on the like the wood, and like, I told you to stop talking. That's pretty much all you can really hear because it's muffled. You hear it because it kind of sounds like their microphone is right next to a fan, so you just get the constant like buzzing noise. All right, let's try it. Let's try it though.
Let him have a chance to talk with Ms. Colson and come back and decide how we're going to proceed.
Your Honor, especially Ms. Colson, I don't think we ended up plea, but obviously we're not doing it today. And so when I asked her some of her history, I believe she had one conviction.
You know what, Legal Fiction? For $10, I will pause it for a second. Thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it, and I knew that you did that because you knew I would pause it. I mean, $10 is time. Thank you, Legal Fiction. I appreciate it, buddy.
How long ago was your conviction for the marijuana?
For in Colorado Springs, that was in 1994.
So, she doesn't have any kind of criminal history. She does have a Florida residence.
Key West.
Yeah.
Yes, I reside on 524 Olivia Street in Key West, Florida 33040.
I asked her if she had any, she's ever been diagnosed with any mental health, or she said no. Any substance abuse history, she said no. So,
What's the state's position on bond?
Well, since she has an out-of-state address, Your Honor, I think there should be a bond that would guarantee that she'll show up.
Is there any bonds you can post?
he's asking. 10% of bail bonds, do you have any money at all?
Your Honor,
I'm just talking to you.
okay.
I want you to, you
what-
got here, you used to, you just said this.
When I so I just have a little bit of cash I brought to here that is on me, and my jewelry and my dragon bracelet. That is all. I have so much cash in the vehicle, and other than that,
Bail bond. Other than what you have on you, $20, is that correct?
Or does she have someone else that would post a bond for her?
Do you have someone else that can post the bond and get cash? Do you have any?
Because it's you, I'll answer that question. It's just it's a fun game. We're not actually gambling. It's just a free game we play on Discord, and yeah, we just have fun playing poker and laughing at each other. I mean, I don't know if Nick's here. Nick likes folding on checks. He's still learning how to play. He's a newbie. But
Also,
yeah,
while you've got
it'll be his turn. What's that?
Did she, while you have it paused, she was talking about money she could give and jewelry and a dragon bracelet? Was she trying to say that was
Yeah.
on offer?
No, yeah. Yeah, I think there's some competency issues with her. She will start rambling and she will start, like, I feel like, start casting some magic spells. And I mean, she has the dragon bracelet, and she'll start talking about sapphires, and I got the infinity stones. Like, you never know. Like, she rambles, but you can't really understand what she's saying, and that's when her attorney snaps at her. She's like, "I told you to stop talking." So that's coming up here in a second. But yes, Dave. Sorry, no, I'm gonna be formal. David, yes, absolutely. Poker's fun. I just did it today for the first time this afternoon, and yeah, it's a free Discord game we can play, and yeah. Just don't fold when you could check. Just that doesn't make sense. Just ask Nick. Kathy, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. I appreciate it, Kathy. You are awesome. Welcome to the 10 new members. All right, let's get through this. No one's saying the audio is terrible enough where I have to skip it, so I'm just going to let it play through.
Higher bail bond. Do you know anybody that would put up money to get you out?
speaking. The only money I have is
Every time the defendant says, "Honor me, I speak," everyone on this side of watching court says, "Yes, please speak," because you know it's going to be good. Doesn't matter what they say, it's going to be good. It's like, no, the attorney doesn't want you to speak, but I'm going to speak. This is in southeast Ohio. I don't know. I don't remember the city name off the top of my head, but they're close to West Virginia. I know that because a lot of people, when they're in court saying their address, they actually live in West Virginia and they're coming to this court. So it's southeastern Ohio. Can't remember the name of the city off the top of my head. I can't.
what on me is what was with me and my 4 wedding rings, my rose gold, my lavender, my black diamonds, and my 1 diamond wedding ring, my dragon bracelet, and my yellow rosary cha-cha beads. To have someone bond, my 16, 17-year-old supposed to be in my 2013 Buick chocolate car vehicle to pick me up. My attorney said, don't speak to him. He's asking me the same question he asked me in the room.
That kind of indicates it's a question, I guess, that needs to be answered.
My question is, let's have a little bit more clarity. Heights here. The question is, I'm being accused of lifting a vehicle which I did not lift.
Okay, what I said.
I stepped in it. I worked at the Baptist Church, which is church property. So if we can reiterate going attorney to advice to start.
Yeah, I want you to, I told you not to speak, just to talk to me. I asked you if you have any money or anybody to pay for it. That's the answer I want. I don't need to go how much store you have, we don't need to go with this case. I just need you to talk about, do you know anybody that was just a bond? You're trying to figure out what the bond said. He's requesting cash assurance, he says you have he was judged that you probably have cash assurance because you don't have a local address. And you have to be able to come back and transfer whatever preliminary hearing set pretty soon. So they're trying to figure out who you're
May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
May I be coaching community service opposed to being alone?
That's not for
Or the attorney don't own to.
Okay, I'm going to set bond at $1,500 cash assurance. That's about the minimum we can go. And probably need to set it pretty quickly since it doesn't sound like she has the ability to post bond.
How dare you, Judge? She offered her dragon bracelet. That gives you at least +5 to intelligence. You know, probably charisma +3, strength +3. You know,
and she did offer other jewelry.
Yeah,
and you know, you can hear the 2 over here on the left. They were whispering about jewelry too. I don't know if you could hear them. And I think she's charged with something about a car. Is it something about a car?
It's something about a car. She said something like, "I was charged with living in a car or something, but I never got into the car." Something like that. Yeah. I don't know. It's really hard for me to understand this.
And the accent did change because I didn't remember there was one in the beginning, and now there is one. So, yeah, things get interesting.
I could really use that +5 intelligence right now, so I will pay the $1,500 for her bail so I can have that dragon bracelet. I just want to see it. See what this dragon bracelet is.
Set it for next Friday, the 19th. And that'll be preliminary hearing, April 19th, 10 o'clock.
State of Ohio versus recalls Marcus Williams. Case number TRC 24-741 A, B, and C.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well,
No disrespect.
All
you
right, we
hear
got
me
a
right?
next case. What's that?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. We can't see you though.
No, I turned my camera off. My computer just told me my StreamYard just told me that my mic was no longer being you couldn't hear my mic anymore. I'm like, what are you talking about? I haven't touched anything. And then all of a sudden I started getting all these weird messages saying that my settings weren't right. And so, yeah. So I turned my camera off. I'll come back in a second, but just wanted to make sure. Lori, I actually think is Albany County. Does that sound right? That's what's in my head for what's on that courthouse's YouTube page. I think it's Albany County. So that might be close to Ironton. I think possibly. Anyway, sorry, Jen, I cut you off. What were you saying?
Oh no, you're good. Oh no, I was just going to ramble on if you're not going to be here because what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. So yeah. And also I really wanted to hear more of those two people off on the left. I wish we could have amplified their chatter.
Well, if you know a sound technician, I can send him the video. We can try.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I turn volume up and volume down. That's about all I can
Right.
do.
I know. Yeah.
All right.
All right. What do you got next?
Next case. Well, let's get through these. James Russell, I made it before the end. Thank you so much, James Russell. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for the 2 months. That's awesome, man. I appreciate it. Sparkle Poops. Welcome, Sparkle Poops. No one to hold them, no one to fold them, and also no one to check them. Someone needs to tell Nick that. Sorry, Nick. I know you're here. I know you're here, and I'm not going to let that down. You kept folding on a check. I can't let that go. Oh yeah, no, I was having issues. Are you having issues too? I'll choose from Cam to pick. Oh, okay. So that might not be a stream thing, but yeah, you can blame me for that. Okay. I think I know what clips this one is. This is a longer one.
24S.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer one. Yeah, even my pause button's taking a couple seconds to play. I think my internet is trying to tell me that, hey, we can't handle. We're only a 65K modem here, 56K modem. Yeah,
You got to do, Colin. You got to run down to Radio Shack.
I do. I need to go get one of those AOL CDs from Radio Shack. Right?
AOL CD from Radio Shack. Maybe all set.
I'm running low on my 4,000 free hours of internet. Okay, this is a longer one. This kind of starts off a little slow, but just wait for it. This defendant, this female, it ends up kind of like, what was she thinking? And the judge puts it in her place. Okay, let's go.
00108FY recalling people of the state of Michigan versus Kiera Gaines.
Circuit City for the win.
Yes.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alvin Salem, 23797 on behalf of Ms. Gaines, present court. Ms. Gaines, please identify yourself.
Kiera Gaines. Okay, Ms. Gaines, and you're here today for a preliminary examination on a malicious destruction of a building charge, $1,000 award, less than $20,000. So that is a 5-year felony with up to $10,000 in fine and up to 3 times the value of the destruction of the property, then whichever is greater. All right, and so I understand that the people are offering some resolution short of the exam.
That is correct, Your Honor. They did in time set for a preliminary exam. People are ready to proceed, but it is in the best interest of justice to offer this reduction. So the people are offering to reduce this from original felony to a 93 days misdemeanor, which would be MBOP under $200 under MCL 750.377A1D. It is my understanding that restitution has already been paid based on the statements that the victim has made to the police. So there's no restitution owed at this time, and we'll just ask for that. And no objection to immediate 7 days.
Malicious destruction of a property or of a building?
Property, well, it's a building, but it was a door of a balcony.
All right, but I just want to make sure I'm getting the charge right, so.
Jen, real quick. I didn't ask you how long that you were planning on hanging out tonight. You are under no obligation to hang out till the end. We're about at the halfway point. So we still have probably the halfway point of the video. So we still probably have about 30 minutes left, 30 to 40 minutes left of court content. So with the pauses and talking, it might be 45 to 50 minutes. So it might last another hour. So if at any point you need to dip, just say so.
Well, I'll stay as long as I'm welcome because, I'm enjoying this. And also, what did this girl do? Did she rip the door off a balcony or did she destroy a building?
I was messing with my settings so I can jump back on camera.
Well, then we'll all figure it out together.
Yes. And I think malicious destruction of property is what she's charged with. I didn't hear what exactly she actually did yet.
All right.
But it was malicious destruction of property, I think.
As opposed to kind.
Yeah, right. Gentle destruction of property.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get my malicious destruction of property dropped to a gentle, please?
Record should reflect that the complainant does not want to proceed with this matter, and that has been told to the prosecutor in this matter. He believes as an officer of the court, he can still prove this, notwithstanding the desires of the complainant in this matter. With that information, he has offered the misdemeanor as set forth on the record. My client has indicated to me she wishes to accept that misdemeanor. I placed on the record that there is a possibility that this could be dismissed, but she does not want to take that risk and ask the court to accept her no contest plea to this misdemeanor. I have an executed advice or response that I may approach her.
And Your Honor, do you have a police report too?
I believe I have a report. I don't know.
I have it. Just for the record, Your Honor, as this court knows very well, because it's a very experienced court, that people do not depend on complainants or victims whether to proceed with the charges or not. People can proceed in many various ways, and they see what is fit in the best interest of justice. That being said, even if the victim was here, which I don't need the victim based on the admissions that the defendant has made here on the crime, I don't think I need a victim for that. But in daily basis, I receive calls every day from complainants and victims. I want charges dismissed. I want this moved on. I don't want this reduced. I want murder. Well, as the court knows, it doesn't work like that. It's the taker of the people of the state of Michigan who determine whether to proceed or how to proceed. So that being stated, I believe it is the best interest of justice under circumstances to reduce this to a 93 days misdemeanor from a 5-year felony.
Okay.
Thank you.
And she wishes to take advantage of that?
That is correct.
We can go with the exam, because I'm fully ready to proceed.
Okay. Well, then, Ms. Gaines, you're going to be waiving your right to have a preliminary examination and possible trial in this matter. And you're going to be pleading no contest to malicious destruction of personal property less than $200. It's a 93-day misdemeanor with up to $500 fine or 3 times the amount of the destruction or injury, whichever is greater.
Yeah, Pro Tem?
Yes, so you understand that? Yes. Is that what you'd like to do? Ma'am, let me say something to you. You look confused. You look like, I don't want to do
Because
that.
I don't understand, like, what is.
She's confused with that the maximum penalty may be up to 90 days.
Okay,
The
well,
court
let's
is
hear it
not
from her.
indicating to my client that she can get any time, let alone 90 days.
Just what?
I was.
Okay, that's the maximum penalty on the charge. The maximum fine is up to $500, not including the court costs. All right, or it could be 3 times the value of the property that allegedly was destroyed, whichever is greater. So we're talking,
All right, this is worth pausing for. Sorry, my internet bar is showing I have almost no connection right now, so I'm not on video. But yeah, Jen, you can hear me clearly right now?
Oh, I can hear you clearly. And I'm sorry, guys. It's hands down better. So, yeah,
There is nothing to apologize for. That is the correct answer.
it is. I just
It's
got to go.
absolutely the correct answer. And
Now, I got to tell you guys, I have a son-in-law who is super into mayo. And so for his birthday, we sent him jugs and jugs of mayo. So we have our own family mayo thing that makes this even more funny. But anyway, yeah, but better.
well, that, like I said, that's correct. That's the correct answer, and that is hilarious. The jugs of mayonnaise, that's disgusting to me.
Well, and what's
I
even
don't-
more funny is he lives in Germany where they have tiny refrigerators. So once they open it, they have to use it all. It was kind of
Oh.
he wouldn't
So
tell
you
me
set
what he
up, like,
wanted for his birthday. So he got what I knew he liked. You better tell me next time. That's kind of what that was. But you know.
That's great. That's great. And you know what? He's got mayonnaise for a while.
For a while. Yeah.
All right, jugs, like the gallon, like I can just work in the
no,
restaurant industry for so long. I
like
can
the
imagine.
Costco size. And their fridge is tiny. So I don't know if you've ever been to Germany, but yeah, it's tiny. So he can only open it and then eat it like within 24 hours. They like to entertain. So he'll be finding a lot of sauces that involve mayonnaise.
I mean, a lot of sauces, that's like 90% of the sauce is mayonnaise. So I mean,
Right?
he'll be busy.
Or he can send
All
some
right.
here and you guys can make some grilled cheese.
No, don't send it to me. Send it to Fozzie. I haven't seen Fozzie's name pop up in chat, but send it to Fozzie.
All right. Better be careful. I might.
She's a little nervous, Judge. I think I've explained it numerous times to my client.
Listen. You need to take a couple deep breaths. And your face is too tight for even. Hold on. Your face is too tight for me. Calm your face. Now, what's your question? Because we know you paid, but the fine is not restitution. What you paid was restitution to make the alleged victim whole. Then there's a separate thing called a fine, which could be up to 3 times the value of the amount of the damage, or $500, whichever is greater. So do you understand that part now? And do you understand you do not have to take this deal? I know you had your face all contorted up when you're like, I don't know how I want to take it. You don't have to. This is an offer by the prosecution. You got a chance to talk it over with your lawyer. Your lawyer gave you his opinion on whether he thought that was a good thing to do or not. You can move forward to have the preliminary examination on the original felony charge. And if you do that, even though the person involved may not show up, there's a good chance they might not, based upon what your lawyer said. The prosecution still can prove a case without that testimony. And it can be done in a number of ways. There could be other people who saw what happened and will testify to it. And if you made statements, your statements might be used against you. If he can prove the other elements of the charge, then they could use your statement too. So, and if they do all of that, there's a chance the case could get bound over for trial rather than dismissed at the exam stage. A lot of times people feel, well, if the witness doesn't come, that's an automatic dismissal. Sometimes it is. Other times it's not, because the prosecutor may be able to proceed on an alternative theory. So you still have that choice if you would like to see how it goes, or you could take the deal for the misdemeanor here. So would you like to talk it over any longer? Okay, all right. And so there is no HIDA or anything else that applies
No,
here?
Your Honor, not under those circumstances.
I have an advice of rights firm. Your Honor.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is go over all of the rights that you normally would have at a trial that you're getting ready to give up because you're gonna plead today. If you understand these rights, Ms. Gaines, all you need to do is say.
Heather, I have no idea, but I am not having a good night over here with internet. So maybe we can just blame YouTube. We can just blame YouTube.
There you go. You know what
Sounds
we
good
had
to
to
me.
do for mine? Because you're a computer guy. Do you have the thing plugged right into your computer instead of just on Wi-Fi? It helps a lot.
It does help a lot. Not I'm too far away from my modem when I stream, when I come on video. So generally when I stream, I don't turn my camera on because I'm sitting on my couch and I don't have my green screen behind me because my modem where it's set up in my apartment is in the living room and I'm too far away from it, which is another reason why it's not great. My internet's not great, but it's already just not great. I don't know how many times.
Yeah.
Statement. But yeah, I can't directly plug in when I'm on camera. So it's always a struggle.
Yeah.
Also why I'm not on camera a lot. But when I have a guest, I like to be on camera. So welcome.
This is fun. Now, and that's judge is so nice. Also, did you guys see the case? It was a few weeks ago where the defendant didn't know what an attorney was when they were asking her if she wanted one. This is kind of somewhat reminds me of that. So anyway.
I did see that case. The what's an attorney? I think she was playing dumb though. I really do.
She
I think
had to be,
was
right?
kinda-
That's why you
yeah,
need somebody to
what's
talk
an
to like
attorney?
this when it's happening. So you can be like, did they really do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that, it was an adult. It wasn't, a
It
14-year-old
was.
child. It was
No,
an
she was a
adult
full-on
asking what an
adult.
attorney was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in court. You're in
But
court.
this girl's asking what a fine is. I mean,
Yeah.
So.
He's not the smartest person. This defendant's not the smartest person. If you're listening, I apologize. I'm sure you're a great person, but you're not projecting yourself out as the most intelligent of humans in this hearing. So that's why you just let your attorney talk for you. Answer the questions as concise as possible. If you all you have to do is say yes or no, just say yes or no.
Yeah. I never used to understand why you had to stay quiet. Now I do.
Oh yeah,
Never
they'll
goes
say
well.
like it's like I'm gonna plead not guilty to this. I didn't hit her. All I did was push her. Like, oh, you just admitted to the crime because pushing is still enough, and you just admitted to it. So congratulations, you just admitted to the crime.
Yeah.
I don't know why I used that as an example. Why did I have to go violence? I could have used 100. Okay, let's go. Let's go before I go down another rabbit hole.
Yes, as we go over them together. And this yellow copy is going to be your copy. All right? So, of course, you have the right to have a trial here by judge or by jury with Mr. Solomon representing you. You understand? You're going to waive that. At the trial, you also have a right to subpoena witnesses. That means you have a right to ask the court to order any witnesses you'd like to come forward to testify on your behalf. You understand? You're going to waive that. Also have a right to question through your lawyer any of the witnesses that are brought against you by the prosecution. You understand? You're going to waive that. You have a right to testify on your own behalf. But if you chose not to testify, no one could hold that against you. You understand? You're going to waive that. Also, you have the right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt by the prosecution. You understand? You're going to waive that. If you're on probation or parole and you plead, the plea could be considered a new case and therefore a probation parole violation. You understand that? You have read and signed the advice and rights form after going over with your lawyer. Have any questions?
All right, I did buy a cable, an Ethernet cable that would come over to where I'm at, but it doesn't work as well as I thought it was going to. My Wi-Fi is faster than that cable. I don't know if I bought the wrong type of cable. Don't know, but I'll just say that. But I did try. I bought a really long one to fit this. I wanted to answer that. What was I going to say? While I'm paused, while she's going over her advice of rights, I want to shout out Dale Grits. Thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Also, over the last couple hours, I don't want to forget to shout these people out. Let's see. We've got Caroline. Caroline, thank you so much. And Sheila, thank you so much for the PayPals. If anybody wants to, help out with the road trip cost and now my internet's going down, for my, Michigan court crawl, can someone please put my link tree in the chat, please? It's also in the description. But thank you so much, everybody, for those donations. That's gonna help a lot. So thank you so much. All right, my internet it says it's at 0 right now. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate it. Okay, I gotta turn off my camera again. Sorry, Jen.
It's about any of the rights. I understand if I accept the plea today, you will not have a trial, you'll give up those rights, but you would not, if you have a right to appeal this plea, you would not give that right up. And if you wanted to do that, you have to do it within 21 days of being sentenced. And you'd have to request a lawyer for appeal within 14 days of sentencing. Other than that, you're waiving rights. You understand that? And you also understand the possible penalties involved here. 93 days, possibly $500 in fines, or 3 times the value of the property allegedly destroyed. Still wish to plead no contest to malicious destruction of property less than $200. Anybody force or threaten you? You've been promised anything other than the plea itself, and you're pleading freely and voluntarily. Is it true? Well, let me just look at the case report. I think I get the date from that. This offense occurred, and I'm going to look at the police report, Southfield Incident Report number 240003261, dated January 29, 2024, to establish a factual basis for the plea. Location 26534 Stafford Drive West, City of Southfield. Okay.
Defense also stipulates your.
I feel like this has turned into a giant conversation about my internet now. David, if you want to help me figure it out, I would love some help. I am strictly on the software side of technology. Networking, hardware, not my forte at all. I kind of slept through those classes.
He'd be thrilled to help.
But yeah, that would be awesome. But yeah, I'm strictly a software side of things.
So
Also, Grizzly Old Fart, my modem is in the wall. It's part of my lease, and it is part of my rent. It's in the wall, in like a metal box in the wall, which is terrible. So I've got one Ethernet port that I can plug into, and that's all the access I have to it. That is another one of my problems. So yeah, legal fiction. What is internet? Right. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. Yeah. If anyone has any ideas, I would love any kind of tips, tricks, whatever. I'm smart to technology, but like I said, I am a software guy. I Google everything that's not software.
okay, So the report appears to establish a factual basis for this plea. It does indicate that on the 29th of January, about 0251 hours, the officers were dispatched to that location at 26534 Stanford Drive with a possible destruction of property. They arrived and saw the defendant, Ms. Gaines, standing in her carport close to the address. They attempted to speak to her and she started screaming obscenities towards them and towards the alleged victim, Mr. Cortez Robertson, who was standing outside. Anyway, when questioned further, she admitted she had broken windows that belonged to Mr. Robinson due to him damaging her property. She also said she didn't care that she broke the windows, and officers did not see any property of hers except for a black purse, which was not damaged. After she was arrested, officers took photos and observed 2 instances of damage: a large glass sliding door on the first floor on the east side, large hole in the door and glass on the floor. Near the stairwell was a fist-sized rock. The second floor bedroom window on the north side had a hole, and a rock was on the floor near the bed. Photos were taken, and Mr. Robertson said he was asleep around 300 hours and was awakened to the noise of a window break and multiple missed calls from the defendant. And apparently, he said that his girlfriend, who was the defendant, was upset due to him being with another female. He thought she was gonna break out the window, and she did. And apparently he was sleeping with the other person in the bedroom at the time. Value here appears to be 2 windows, definitely fixed within the less than $200 requirement for the plea. And apparently there was obviously no consent given to break these windows. So people satisfied.
People satisfied, Jen.
Defense satisfied?
We are, Your Honor.
All right, and the court satisfied factual basis here. Court rules been complied with, and I'll accept the no contest plea, finding that it is freely understanding, voluntarily, accurately, knowingly made, and will dismiss the felony count malicious destruction of the building, $1,000 less than $20,000.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would move at this time for immediate sentencing.
No objection, Your Honor, given the fact that the victim did indicate back on March 18th, Detective Phipps, that he did recover, that the complainant did, the defendant did pay the complainant the money, so there is no restitution outstanding, so I would not object to consent.
What do you want to say? What do you want?
So, Your Honor, I'll briefly speak first and then let my client answer questions accordingly. She's 30 years old. She's embarrassed over this incident. This was an emotional situation with the parties and all feelings have been ended right here. She's working, gainfully working. She's had no previous contact with the criminal justice system, and it's important to take that into account in this matter and be as lenient as possible.
What would you like to state, Ms. Gaines? You should. Despicable conduct for a young woman. You don't do that kind of thing. You pled no contest, so everything in the report is true. Ma'am, you should take it to trial, because that's what no contest means. You're not contesting anything in that report. But the fact of the matter is you broke the window. There's no excuse for that. And at 30 years old, you should be of the age to understand. You're not 18 or 15. 30 years old, back in my day, those kids old. Were married, families, kids, homeowners. They weren't dealing with this kind of nonsense. This is pure nonsense. And it's nonsense because you didn't need to be over anybody's house, breaking anything for no reason. Man, so you didn't do it? I didn't say it. All right then, so then you don't say anything back. Because you did do it. There's no reason for it. I don't care if you say he did something to you. Then you should have called the police. There's no retribution by going over there and breaking somebody else's stuff. And he says there was another woman involved, and that caused angry. That's a lot. Okay, man. I don't know if it is or not, but I'm taking it as true. Reports. And I would tell you this: at that age, I don't care what the situation is. Do that. I don't even get do stuff like that. That's not the truth. You don't do stuff like what? You saying it's a he's like I don't want to talk. So I'm like you don't care? Let's go to jail then, if you don't care. Because that's where you can easily go there and have a lot of time to think about what happened and why. I don't even like your attitude. It has been nasty since you walked in here and stood before me. Because nothing. Okay, ma'am. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's withdraw the plea and set this matter for preliminary examination. And we'll find out what the truth is that way. And then you can go to trial on it and find the truth out permanently. That's available. Because if this is a lie, then I don't have a basis for any of this accepting of the plea. So I'm going to withdraw the plea here. And we'll set this for.
Okay, Jen, this is what we like to call FAFO. Do you know what that stands for?
No, what does that stand for?
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
This is a great example of what's going on right now.
I mean, you know exactly what happened, man. She found out about this girl. She got mad. She goes over there. You know, she already paid the restitution. Why would you pay the restitution if you didn't? And she got a pretty sweet deal. So
she did.
Now she doesn't have that.
No. People like to have the last word, and people like to think they're right. Just don't do that in court. Do that at your friend's, holiday party, not in court. Don't do it at your friend's holiday party either. Everyone hates that guy. Don't do that either, but definitely don't do it in court.
The one-up guy? Yeah, no, definitely not to the judge. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Preliminary examination. How many witnesses?
Your Honor, in this matter, there's 2 witnesses.
Okay.
But I had, just for a record, I once the court took the plea, I told the detective to release the officers.
I already took. No, we don't have to do it today.
Oh.
We'll just reset it. Because I can't accept no contest plea from somebody that's contesting. That doesn't make much sense.
Then just for the record, will not be a plea offer date of the exam. We're coming next time. I was being reasonable today. Next time we're going to exam.
Yeah. No, we're going to the exam because she's like, this is a lie. This is not what happened. And I don't accept, ma'am, you need to be quiet before I lock you up for talking. You have interrupted me one too many times here today. And right now, I'm not having a great day with you. So you best to be quiet. I don't like attitude from anybody because I don't give people attitude. So I don't deserve attitude back. So this is your problem. You created this whole incident, whatever happened. And so since you say this is a lie, I'm good with that. But the only way to deal with what is a lie is to find out what really happened. And that has to go through the process that we have here for that. We're not going to take a plea from somebody that's supposed to be no contest and they're saying that this isn't true, this didn't happen. You're contesting it. And because you're contesting it, that's why we got to go through the process. So, set for exam, and we'll see. It could get dismissed. I don't know. But if it doesn't, you're going to get filed over to circuit court if they can make their case. If they can't make the case, it gets dismissed.
Court's available April 26th at 10 a.m.
How about that, Ms. Tyler?
I'm sorry, April 26th.
Yes.
That's this week.
That can't be this week. Is time flying by that fast?
That's fine.
Today's the 21st.
It was just Christmas, man. What happened?
Just Christmas.
Everything was going so nicely for her.
So nicely. All she
Send it
had to
with
say,
me.
all she had to do is say, "Yes, this is what I
We'll be
did."
back for the hearing
Smile and
on
nod.
Monday.
Mm.
At least she gets to go home.
Yeah, she does get to go home. All right, now this is the segment of the show I like to call rapid fire. This is where I put a collection of clips that are about 2 to 3 minutes long together. So I don't have this little next case divider in between them because they're just not long enough. So we just go through them. And I've got 4 or 5 of them. I think this is, I still see, maybe, yeah. There's still about 10 minutes left of the actual video. So that sounds about right. Just the time bar doesn't add up. Okay. But this is kind of when I start winding down and saying bye to everybody. So, because when the pauses that we're going to do are going to be short and they're just going to be like, oh, ha, 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 ha. So, Jen, thank you so much for coming on. I very much appreciate it. Again, I'm not kicking you off. This is just the formal goodbye. And
Yeah,
we'll
no, I
let the
appreciate
video
that.
play
And
out.
thanks for having me. And thank you everybody for being so nice. And everyone's just awesome. And I love it. So thanks. It's been a lot of fun.
This was a lot of fun. And you know what? Let's do this again. We can let's partner up and do this.
We'll do this.
was
And
a
when
good
I get
night.
an interview, we will. We'll do it together. That'll be awesome. Get everybody together.
No, I am not going to steal your parade. No, if you
Oh,
get
no.
Judge Washington, not Judge
I'd help.
Washington, Judge
Simpson.
You're
We got to do an interview together though.
all the names that I'm trying to think of right now. Yes.
I think it'd be fun.
Okay. Fair enough. I will say I'll be very happy to do that with you.
There we go.
So yeah, mods.
All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much.
Please spam her channel. It again for anyone who's watching after. The link is in the description, so go check it out.
Yeah, and I'm doing my first premiere tomorrow with Colin's full interview at 6:00 Eastern. So that should be fun. Just to see how that goes. So yeah.
Yeah, send me the link when that's up. I will post it as well.
Awesome.
Jay Hart, have you released your premiere yet? Have you scheduled it? I will go raid you. Heather sent me your link. Hopefully you're still here, Jay Hart, and we can raid you afterwards. So Jen, what a raid is everyone that's in chat will automatically be sent to his channel. Jonathan Hart has been one of my mods since just about day one, and he just started his own channel. So okay. All right, I will set it up to raid you. Hopefully, it's still going when we move over there. But yeah, so Jonathan Hart just started a channel. He does, yeah, he's been one of my he's one of the group of mods that are amazing. So trying to help him out as well. Place your bets for the pause count. A pause count. How many times I pause it once I say I'm going to let this play through.
You know what? This pause thing. I got to tell you though, guys, this channel, it's so nice. It is so good. I love the pauses and conversations. It's what makes it interesting. Because if you didn't have that, then we'd have to watch like 3 hours of like a regular boring court with all those pauses. And those are boring pauses. These are fun.
Yeah. Yeah. What Jen said. There we go. All right. Rapid fire. Let's go. I'm going to jump off camera for a second because I got to set up this raid. I don't want you guys to see me trying to figure this out.
24S31067. He appears from DOC. Mr. Norton, what are we doing?
Your Honor, I am requesting, as well as my client's requesting, that he be appointed another attorney. I advised him he's going to have to write a letter to me, and then I will forward that to Mr. Nave. I will talk to Mr. Nave because I believe that there's an absolute breakdown of the attorney-client relationship. Mr. Brewer and I cannot agree on anything. So I will talk to Mr. Nave specifically to ask that he be appointed one. That he does have a jury pick on May 21st. And so I'll advise Mr. Nave of that also. And again, request that he be appointed another attorney.
All right, Mr. Brewer, what are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I just want a new attorney, man. This guy is do the same thing with everybody else, man. He tried to disaccuse me, keep accusing me of doing what I didn't do. Keep trying to. He's bullshit, man. I need a new attorney. I don't want to deal with him no more. And I request that jury trial get pushed back so I can have more time with my new attorney.
So, Mr. Brewer, I don't mind giving you another bite at the apple, so to speak, with a new attorney. The problem with that is it'll be up to the public defender's office. And then once that occurs, generally, you're probably going to be stuck with the next one. All right. Do you understand that?
I mean, if the next one don't do what I don't, I'll be representing myself, sir.
Well, you can do that. And then we'll have to go through a bunch of questions to make sure you understand all of your rights and even the disadvantages of representing yourself. So what we'll do then is we will then refer this to, or Mr. Norton will, to the public defender's office. We'll see where that goes. I am going to leave it on, sir, for jury selection. The case has been bound over to circuit court for some time now. Looks like maybe since August. Let me look here. Oh, that's district court.
It was May 14th, or March 14th, Your Honor.
Okay. So not too bad. So we'll see where we get. All right. Anything else from either side?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, you're all set on your end. If you got a correction officer there with you, you can sign off. All right.
Jay Hart, excuse me. 9:45. I will be done at 9:45. So, or probably like 9:47 to be real. But if you haven't scheduled your exact time yet, 9:45 would be perfect. All right, legal fiction. I didn't miss any super chats. Okay, Jen. Legal fiction the other night said you missed my super chat, and I spent 5 minutes going through the chat trying to find it.
Sass.
This is why you don't listen to people.
How much sass?
This is why you don't listen to people. I didn't miss
Also,
anything.
I'm really glad to have a Judge Stevens before we go, because it's not a court day without him.
It's not a court day without him. This one's really quick. This one's probably the shortest one on the rapid fire section.
He's not
We get to
Who
see
are you? So you've got your trial outfit on. That's going to impress a jury.
Somebody's going to
Anyway,
timeout.
that's the way you're set for trial today. Is that what you want to show to a jury? That's it? Well, why did you wear it for us? We're no less important to you. This is an important trial. You've got 1, 2, 3, 6 cases here, all felonies.
I was sitting at the hospital, that's why.
Get a resetting. Get a resetting, please. Armando Oliveira.
Excused.
Thank you, Judge.
He called off his trial. He's like, no, you're supposed to be in trial today. That's not going to impress the jury. We're going to reset your trial. Yeah. Which he gave him shit for that, but at the same time, like, you're wearing a hoodie and jeans, man. Like, you're in front of a jury today.
But you could tell by the look on his face, he was not happy. He's having a rough day. So
yeah, he was. And legal fiction, I'm sure. And you know what? If I did miss one, you've ruined the opportunity for me to go back. So you know what? If I did miss one, I'm sorry. But for you, not really. I'm just kidding, buddy. You're awesome. Legal fiction, you're awesome. All right, this is out of Texas. Judge Rosie. Oh man, this one gets heated. It's like a 4 minute. How do you get this angry in 4 minutes? I don't know. Let's go.
Let's come back to Gallegos. What are we doing on that MTR? Officer Martinez, Mr. DeWalt?
Your Honor, we called her back because I drug tested her in the court and she was positive for meth.
Eric, any response to that?
they said they wanted to file an amended MTR. I'm requesting 10 days. I met my client today. I'd like to discuss. She's also got a felony pending. I was wondering if you could recall us in a few days.
Let me tell you about your client this morning, Mr. DeWalt. You were not in the courtroom when she had several issues with her behavior. She had several issues with the way she was addressing Officer Martinez. She had several issues with the way that she was addressing the deputy and myself. And given the fact that she tested positive for methamphetamine and amphetamines this morning, it'll be a huge liability on this court if we release her into the public because she poses a danger to the public, knowing that she has tested positive for methamphetamine and for amphetamines.
All right, I know there's a big Brady Bunch, going on right now. So you see the judge right now, she's in the top middle, green square highlighted. The person she's talking to and the attorney are right to the left of her. Right to the left, that because that makes sense. So, but that's where they are. They're tiny as well. You can't see, but you can hear perfectly clear. Just want to tell you who she's talking to.
We're going to keep her in custody, Mr. DeWalt, until that wears off, which is about 48 hours. We don't know when she used it. And it wears off in 48 hours. She can be released. Today is she tested positive this morning, so she can walk out of the jail Wednesday morning at 11 o'clock.
I don't have anyone to watch my daughter after today.
Well, you should have thought about that when you used the meth and the amphetamine, ma'am. Who's watching her now? Who's watching her now, ma'am?
My aunt.
Well, somebody needs to call your aunt and tell her what's going on with you, especially that you're not going to be able to pick her up because you're a meth user and amphetamine user, according to those drug tests. Did you think we were playing, ma'am? Did you think this was a joke? I'm not going to cut you loose having tested positive for amphetamine and methamphetamine. Mr. DeWalt, is there a reason why I should cut her loose? I should let her go after she tested positive for amphetamine and methamphetamine this morning?
What if her aunt were to come pick her up, Your Honor?
Please.
You're watching your
Really?
kids.
I'm supposed to reward your behavior and your mouth from this morning, ma'am?
Your Honor, she had. I wasn't here this morning. I don't know.
No, you weren't. And there's absolutely no reason for me to lie to you, Mr. DeWalt, about her concerning behavior. And it all makes all the sense in the world once we found out what her tests were positive for.
And I would never allude to that fact. But all I can say is when I was here, she was here. You called us back after lunch, and she has, come back. And she knew she was positive, and she still came back. I could at least give her that.
I think if you were wearing this robe, Mr. DeWalt, you would not want to incur any liability for anybody getting hurt, whether that's that child, that aunt, or the general public. This court has knowledge that she's been using methamphetamine and amphetamine. She made an admission that she was using to the officer this morning. I'm not talking to you at this time, ma'am. I'm talking to your lawyer. That's what I'm talking about, Eric. Take her into custody, Deputy Ramos. She can be released. I'm going to do the directive right now. She can be released Wednesday at 11 in the morning. That's 48 hours. She should be off of whatever she took, whenever she took it, that made her test positive for methamphetamine and amphetamines this morning. I am not incurring that liability, Mr. DeWalt, whatsoever. You can talk to her once she gets released. Today, you're excused on that, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't understand why. It's like, if my aunt, you're still high, you're gonna go watch your kids while you're high.
Well, because she does it every day. For her, that's normal.
Yeah.
But also, Judge Rosie, man, she does not mess around with kids.
Nope.
She is not going to let you go mess up with your kids if she can stop it. So.
No. Yeah, I love watching Judge Rosie. Because there's so many squares on that screen, it kind of messes with my eyes, so I don't watch her every day. But when I do, I'm like, I need to watch her more.
She's amazing.
Okay, this is the last one.
Okay.
This is the last one. This one's short as well. And I need to give a little preface. Preface, is that the right word?
Yeah.
Do you guys, Jen, I don't know how long you've been watching my channel, but there was an actual more sovereign citizen in this court over the last couple months. He wore his fez and everything to court. He had a gun charge. Today is supposed to be a sentencing. I think a lot of people are going to remember who this is. Today was supposed to be a sentencing. He left last time. He finally conceded and was like, I'm gonna get an attorney for sentencing. Today was supposed to be a sentencing. He sent his wife instead of him to show up. So he didn't show up. He sent his wife, and his wife tries to talk to the court with the exact same sovereign citizen script. The reason why I didn't start the video with this, even though I know you guys love your soft sits, it's super quick. Judge shuts it down, doesn't let her speak, and it's over. So I'm going to let this video play out because this is only about a minute and a half long. So Jen, thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you stopping by. We will all be waiting for, the fantastic Colin. I don't know who that guy is on your interview tomorrow.
There you go. Well, thank you so much. It's been great.
I'm extremely humble as well. All right, let's go. Let's finish this
We
up.
call the case of People v. Milton Hensley, case number 23S18766FH.
Oh, sorry. Hey, and we're rating J Hart again. I need to say that right before we end. Rating J Hart. So yeah, hopefully he just started, so we'll nail this perfectly.
My information that the defendant is not present today, but that his spouse or significant other is present, and she had advised that she has a statement on his behalf.
All right, so is that accurate? Do we have somebody here with Mr. Hensley?
Objection, Your Honor.
Well, hold on. You were here to give a statement for Mr. Hensley.
For Malik Bay.
Okay, so are you an attorney by any chance?
I'm not a family representative.
All right, so you are unable to address the court. Counsel could, or Mr. Hensley Bay could. So he is scheduled to be here today. I still have a docket to do. So I'll give him until the end of the docket to appear. Otherwise, the court will authorize a warrant for his arrest. All right. What do we have next?
Your Honor, for the record.
You can't speak to the court because you're not counsel. All right. I wish that you could, but that's just the rules. He can, representing himself. So you could pass along, though. I don't mind doing that. That he's supposed to be here today. He was provided notice to be here today. He's got to show up today. All right. Or otherwise, the court will authorize a bench warrant. Can't address the court. All right. I'm just trying to help you as best I can without you speaking back. All right. You're all set. So what do we have next?
Yes, we can go to